energy that would be in a normal pub. Just the residual energy of the people, constant flow of people that have gone in and out. Really over the, and animal.
Yeah,
animal smell. Pigs, piss, animal.
Pigs? Why pigs?
I've got no idea. It's just what I get. Like a. I mean, you're probably more, aren't you? Because you've got your horses and stuff more. And I don't really know what that smell is, but somebody had to. I'd say pigs. I don't know why. Like a.
So what would you say then, Julie?
I'm not getting anything great.
No, what about the smell? What Nikki's on?
Yeah, well, not so much here when I was down there. Like, I felt like I was walking on straw. I could feel straw under my feet. And it just smells animally. You know, like manure, not unpleasant particularly, but just farmish.
Just farm,
sort of
like
smell.
a farm, yeah.
But not horses, because you would know that smell,
No,
wouldn't you?
no, I don't think it's horses.
Because you'd recognise that straight away, wouldn't you?
I think it's quite deceiving. I think the original pub here, I think, is tiny. I think these are just like outbuildings and it's tiny.
The hub of it is really
it's
small,
really
isn't
small.
it?
I think it was a really small place.
And then, like they used to do, didn't they? They
Just
built
put
room
extension
upon
on.
room upon room, you know.
As you could tell with the brickwork, really, because
it's
of
old,
the change in the bricks.
You're more of your stone is going to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
The bricks ain't, you know, bricks haven't been around, have they, as long as some of the stone that's in here, but what relevance some of that
Got to say, the
stone is
first brick was like the red brick, wasn't it? The powdery brick.
It's a definite mishmash of stuff, isn't it? Maybe that's why there's no kind of...
I mean, all this brickwork is new, because
Yeah.
although it's probably reclaimed bricks and bricks have been around since Tudor times, but if you look at the corners, they're all really sharp and they wouldn't be.
Yeah.
They'd be
that's
rounded
true.
if they were original, so I don't think any of this brickwork is original. Like Nicky was saying, all the stonework over there, and this was probably an outside wall.
Oh, yeah.
That's your original stuff. But I think most of this is probably just feed stores and stuff. I get farmers.
Yeah, definite farming,
Yeah,
isn't it?
very
Definite
masculine.
farming.
I think farmers drank in here.
And I
it was
think
like
you probably get more of what you're looking for outside. I feel. I don't actually feel that this building, maybe the ground that it's on, but not actually inside this building is quite...
But have you seen the loft area?
No.
Because you sound about farming. If you look at the hatch for the loft, it looked more like what they use for like sacks or
Right.
straw bales.
Yeah, it probably was.
And the loft area, you sound about the wall there, the loft area is only just that end,
Right.
nowhere else.
Right.
That is just over there.
Right.
And in that corner, I think that's just over there in the far corner, there is like a little trapdoor to go into the loft. But they wouldn't let us in the loft because they reckon that's full. But the other entrance round there, where they've got like the conservatory built,
Right.
is the main entrance to the loft.
Right.
And there are two like little shutter doors in the wall.
I definitely reckon that there's more going on outside and in the surrounding area than than what you're in here to achieve. Does that make sense? I think that this has been led on top of what... It's difficult to describe, isn't it? I know what I mean. It all seems a bit disjointed to me. There doesn't seem to be any relevance to why I'm feeling how I feel in here, and the fact that we're in a pub. Like you, I just get animals, get farming.
So are you like picking up different time periods then as well?
Yeah. See,
Because
what
you've
I- what
narrowed the pub down,
what
and
I
they got
might
extension.
might be on a totally different level to what Julie might pick
Oh
up
yeah,
on, you
I
know.
understand that.
You know, I know your bar's there, but I think you'd find if you looked on records that that end is where your pub was, and
Well,
I think it would have faced
just
that way.
just
onto
behind
that
this,
road.
just behind this wall. A few years back, or to about 8 years, that used to be the bar area. Just behind there.
But I think when you're going back to as far as you want to go to Michael Morey to like 1600s,
Yeah.
that end is where your pub is.
Yeah.
And I think it faces onto the road that way.
Yeah, it looks down
Yeah.
onto the
I
village.
don't think that's the road it was on. It was that facing that way.
Yeah.
And I just think all that there, I think it's just a barn or
Yeah,
something.
it's just out a
Like
farm.
you add
Yeah.
on, like you
Yeah.
were saying, yeah.
I think that's where your pub was. At that end, but it's tiny.
Consider.
Separate doorways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's all one building. Do you know what I mean? I think that would have been totally
Stood on
separate
its
from
own.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Standalone.
Yeah.
That's. I don't think this bit.
It's all
was
kind of
even-
been linked up.
Yeah, I don't even think this bit. I
Mm.
reckon that wall is. We're looking at the outside wall there, and the outside of it. I think this is outside, looking at that wall.
Yeah. But if you get a minute, when you go through this end where we originally sat and turned left,
Yeah.
go to the far end to the like little conservatory,
Yeah.
then look up, then you'll see the loft area. You might pick something up there. If you think that was like the barn.
Yeah. This just feels. I just feel like this is a new building. Well, relatively new.
Compared to some of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's all that it's made out to be.
Opinion on that beam, because I'm not
No, I
convinced.
don't think, no. Not for 1 minute. I don't think that's had anything terrible happen with it.
No, that would.
It almost feels like if they dropped it down from the ceiling, that it's like polystyrene or something. It doesn't even feel real.
No. But I know I do go in the loft because I've seen the loft.
There's a loft stall door just there, isn't there?
Where?
Just here.
No.
It's open. You can see in it.
Is it?
Yeah. Look.
Oh yeah.
And that is the kind of thing that, like flour and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't even think that's as old as it's made out to be either.
As I said, I know this bit was built on later as extension,
Mm.
and this loft area was the main area to get in, and that just covered this floor.
Right.
And there was a trap door, I said,
Right.
and that was as far as that would go. But then you found that other one, which I think is added on later as well.
There just doesn't seem to be anybody here.
No. No. It's
Been
not.
a stable part of this building been a stable.
Well,
Down
you
the
were saying
bottom
about
end, I think.
you were saying about animals, but as we were talking back there, if that was like horses and that, Judy would sense that because she deal with horses.
Right.
So I don't know. What do you
No,
reckon?
I just think it's like more like cattle sort of.
I could just get
Farmyards,
pigs,
no.
Well, you're
man.
getting animals.
Yeah.
Might not be stable. It might head a horse, like a farm
Was
horse.
this thing just sort of
But I just get just very masculine, isn't it? Very, you know.
Blokey.
I just think it's just blokies coming after work.
Yeah,
farmers,
and that's
for
the
a bit of
energy
a-
that's been left in
Yeah.
there, isn't it? And the people that have been in there every other day since that. And that's all going to have jailed in
If the
it.
spirit's about, even if they're not going to speak to you, you can feel them that they're
yeah.
that they're just there.
And they're waiting,
And
aren't they?
yeah, and the job is to kind of call them in.
Yeah.
There's nobody there.
No, there's no one to
There's
call
nobody
in.
here.
Do you know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
no
So they're
one.
just walking through, sort of thing.
Well,
It-
they're
it's
Yeah, picture
just
them
what we've
they're
put
what
in.
I'd call a ghost. Anything that I'm seeing here or feeling here is just like a residual thing.
Mm.
It's a ghost where that
The
brick
imprint, isn't it?
has recorded what
Oh,
went
yeah.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I was to walk through there now and see some old chappie sat by the fireplace, he's not going to be an old chappie where I can say, "Hello, who are you?"
Because
What's
he's
your name?"
not there
'Cause he's
to
not there.
communicate with. He
He's
doesn't
not there.
want-
I'm just getting a.
He's just there because he's left an imprint. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm
like
getting
just-
a ghost
yeah,
rather than a spirit. A ghost,
Yeah.
I would say, well, they can't communicate with you. They're there, and every time you come in, they're there in the same place because it's just like a recording of what
It's like
was.
a haunting. That's like a
yeah.
yeah.
of what was
Yeah.
there, where a spirit moves about,
Moves
and
about,
a spirit will
and
talk
can
to
move
you.
about with you and will communicate with you, will bring other spirits through that aren't even necessarily anything to do with the place that you're in. 'Cause
It's the ground as well,
Yeah,
isn't
they
it?
come.
and they come across, how do you
Or
explain
you could
it?
get Elsie, that died last week down the village. Do you know what I mean? They will come in on the back of them. They'll
Yeah.
see somebody going through a door and they go, "Ah, I'll go
I'm
through there
coming
with
there,
you."
yeah, because they haven't got enough energy to come through themselves.
Mm.
So there's almost sometimes like a queue of people waiting to come through. They might not be anything to do with where you are or what location you're in. They could be something to do with you. They could be something to do with. It
They
could
can
be
attach
anything,
yourself
you
to
know.
anything,
exactly.
can't they?
Exactly.
Hill here. How do I feel here? It's really quiet here. There's a dog here, and I felt on a couple of occasions when I stood here, sort of quite early on, and again up there, it's almost like you're swinging backwards and forwards. I've also heard two energies that I think are around, but they're very, very faint. And they're different. One was over there. Another one was at the top there.
You picked up animals, didn't you, Julie?
It's very slow. It's very slow. It's really hard to tune into it here.
Do you know, since you've said it, this table's pulsating.
Is it?
Yeah.
And that's what George and Debbie come running down. Q wasn't aware that they come down
I
and they
can't
said the
be.
table's vibrating up there,
Yeah, this one.
which is why they all went up that way.
So,
That's
Is it-
probably more to do with him, though, isn't it?
Is it
Yeah.
actually?
See, who's just said hello? Oh man, did you not hear that?
No.
Anybody got a recorder going?
Yeah, these EVP recording. No.
Can you not feel like that?
That seems quite...
Stand with your hands on the beam and see if you feel like you're swaying.
Can you reach?
Yeah. Just kind of put your hands on the beam, close your eyes, and then
Mine's
just
a
see
box,
if
eh?
that makes you sway.
I walked across here, and when I got to here, I actually got a. That's what I did. I felt like something went like that, and I went, whoa. So I went like this. I couldn't really. This thing or the big thing?
Well, the big one.
Wouldn't that make sense though?
You still feeling it?
Yeah, it's
and my legs as well.
Right?
And my legs as well.
Oh, I so want to go in that house there.
That belonged to the blue cube on the propeller. The army blue. Yeah, the hump is just on that bend over there.
Right.
On the right hand side.
Right.
So why did you get drawn
to go
there?
in there? I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Should we go knock on his door?
See that building? That ends where that chimney is.
Yeah, you
That's all been built on.
Yeah.
It's tiny. And you see where
Yeah, that used to be the pub. Because you were on about the front door,
Yeah.
weren't you?
Yeah.
That was the original
That's the front door. And you
main
see
entrance.
where that line is in the thing?
Yeah.
That's how big it was.
Yeah, there.
And where it says Hare and Hounds, that
Yeah.
wasn't there
Yeah.
either.
No,
it's
that
that
was just
tiny
that little
bit.
section. There's a new section there.
Yeah, it's the tiny little bit in the middle.
Yeah, where that H is, there's another
Yeah,
line down
yeah, yeah.
there.
Well, that's how big the pub was.
Yeah, that used to be the original front door, I
Yeah.
reckon.
Yeah, so I said it's facing this way.
Which would make sense, wouldn't it? Don't know if you can get down there. This is all set up as well. That's not even added on to it. I don't know if I can Here.
Oh, the puddle.
Oh, look at that. So there is a bit there.
This is weird.
They've proper built round it, haven't they?
They have, look, that'll stop there.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
How strange.
I wonder why they've done that.
I don't know.
You see, there's a step, I think, wasn't
Yeah.
there? Yeah, with a big puddle. That was strange how they built that.
I'm getting a name's Sully or Sullivan. Sullen.
Well, I'm glad you said it on there because I couldn't look it up now. So there, why were they there then?
What?
These steps, that gate wouldn't have been there.
Mountain block.
What, for horses? Oh right, yeah.
You had your
What, for
horse.
carriages?
No,
Like-
it's a mountain block for a horse. So you take your horse there, and you climb up here, and you cut your leg over your horse.
Oh right. Oh, they wouldn't have used that for ladies like carriages?
No, because
Stay home
women,
climbing?
women wouldn't have ridden then. They'd have ridden side saddle. But whatever, this is definitely a mountain block.
Right.
So somebody would have brought your horse up to here,
And you
and
just
you'd
jumped
just
on.
kind of put your leg over and got on it.
Cool. Would you say that original? Were they?
Yeah, that's probably original. And you see that's where the track is, isn't it? This is where the road would have been, the track.
Yeah.
So you'd have come out the pub, somebody would have brought you, probably from round the corner, what we're thinking is where there was a barn, brought your horse
Oh
round,
yeah,
and you'd
that's right.
get
And
on your
horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, they all look like that.